What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Show. My name's AJ Gels. How y'all doing? We are starting, well, I guess 2 new things today. This is one of them, The Outer Worlds. This is the newest RPG by developer Obsidian. I gotta say, I've been really pumped for this for a long time. You know, ever since I heard that Obsidian was working on a new RPG, I really love what they did with Fallout New Vegas. I mean, personally, that's my favorite Fallout game. I get it. A lot of people like Fallout 3. For me, it was the fact that the shooting in Fallout 3 was just garbage. And again, in my opinion, and I think Obsidian did a really great job of mixing the RPG mechanics with shooting. I thought it was the best combination of combat and RPG and everything. So I'm really curious to see what they're going to be able to do with the Outer Worlds here. I've been kind of like looking around on Twitter, and I've been seeing people kind of describing this as like RPG, like soul food. You know, I'm trying to think how. I'm trying to think exactly how to explain that. It's no, never show player helmets. I don't like showing player helmets. I'm trying to think how to explain it. It basically, like, well, it doesn't really do a whole lot innovative. It's a lot of just traditional RPG mechanics, but that's okay because it does it very well. So I'm very, very excited about this, mostly because I keep seeing it. It's kind of got like an Old West feel to it, in my opinion, mixed with this kind of like space sort of theme. I really don't know a good way to describe it. It looks really cool, so.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon Colony.
So I had to laugh at like the fact that maximizing productivity was the most important thing. Makes me smile. Fugitive, wanted, crimes against the colony. Excuse me.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left to drift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Now, this isn't a franchise that I have a whole lot of what's the term? A whole lot of connection to, but does anybody get like Alien vibes from this? Like that's the vibe I'm getting. Oh, this is interesting how it's
did get used to the ship's gravity.
Average, good. Okay, cool. That's a neat way of doing I'm trying to think what to call it. A skill system. There we go. Okay, so I can put 6 points in. I'm feeling like I want a higher dexterity because of the kind of character I like to play. Perception, definitely want that. Charm, yeah, I probably want a little bit more of that. Alright. Let's go good in all of these. And I'm going to go high in perception. Because, yeah, I want extra headshot damage. Lockpick is always something I want boosting. Yeah, strength is about the one thing that I don't really care about. As far as... Okay, so skills. Okay, so I can go handgun. Very Fallout. Okay, definitely I want to go into stealth.
If you wanted to steal from the rich, you've come to the right colony.
No, not tech, not leadership. I don't really care about those. The other thing is ranged, yeah. Those are the...
Capital.
I like the dialogue in the background while I'm sitting here doing this. That's cool. Yeah, I think those fit my kind of character. Okay, aptitude. Sounded like nice entry-level career. Okay, so this is kind of like my backstory. Okay. Bureaucrats, cashier. Kind of like hang on these so you guys can get a chance to kind of read them. Or pause and read these if you'd like. Elevator operator. Food effectoration. Sorry. Man, there's really not something that I really like. Drink effect, determination. A truly signatured old fashioned. You know what? Given what I did right before I did this,
You were a swill jockey? With good talent.
swill Jackie, seeing what I did before I started recording this, I think that'll work. If you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, I made myself a drink. Basically, this has been the drink I've been making all day. And if you're wondering, well, AJ, what is it? It's just a mixture of shit I found in my liquor cabinet. It's not bad though. We've also got like a couple shots of like lemon juice in there as well. Oh man, I'm afraid it's gonna give me an ulcer though. Diabetes or something. Yeah, actually I like that face. That works. Yeah, blue eyes. Yeah, I personally don't like messing with that stuff because whenever I do, it makes my character look weird. Because, in all honesty, I don't hate this look for my character. Alright, hairstyle. Do. Holy shit, that's pretty much exactly my hairstyle. Yep, there we go. That's what I want. It's actually pretty close. So I want to see, did I miss anything else? Features. Okay. Okay, so I can mess with my age, make myself older, younger. Okay. Do I have any cool scars? I think they're kind of subtle. The Joker. Go with that one. And just wearing like dirt on my face. And makeup, but I'm good. Yeah, that works. Name. Papa. There we go. Alright, so this is my character. Alright, so we're good in dexterity, intelligence, charm, and temperament. Our perception is also at high. As far as our skills go, handguns, long guns, heavy weapons, yeah, okay. You know what? I think this is actually a pretty good character. Let's go.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Music's pretty dope. I don't get why there had to be like a subtitle right next to what, to, you know, the right next to the thing that said where we were.
Shit.
Because, you know, it said where we were, like in a text thing, and then put it in a subtitle. That'll make a lot of sense to me.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? A bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Yeah, I like how they kind of added that quirkiness to it. And see, I some people I'm sure would argue that little exposition dumps like that are bad. I don't mind them because I think it felt natural. It was it was the important information that we needed to get going. I have enough to understand what I'm doing, how the story's gonna go. I've been talking about this recently in a couple games.
Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure.
Han Solo.
I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Yeah, like I was saying, I feel like a lot of games recently have been trying to build these worlds with so much lore and like special vocabulary terms that I feel like I need to be taking notes to keep it all straight. The way I like games to do it is you give me enough info to deal with the story and everything that I need to do to understand the basic world that I'm in off the bat.
Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name is that?
I land on the guy.
That idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
So
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh?
So I landed on top of Han Solo. Fantastic.
Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Okay. What was I saying? Yeah, I like it when games give me just enough to understand what's going on, sets the world state. Okay, anything beyond that, then I can kind of, figure out on my own through codex pages or whatever, and do that on my, kind of go out of my way to do that kind of stuff. instead of having it be just trying to give it to me all at once and make it all important to the story, even though some of it kind of feels like, did we really need that? Excuse me, sorry about the cough. I think we're good.
You see now, you've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
And boom, an explanation of why we can do that special, like, slowdown effect, which I've heard is basically this game's version of VATS. Oh yeah, the special space inhaler that heals us. I've heard that. Yeah, I remember that. That looked cool.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's Choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
Toggle history. Okay, so then I can come over here and see the... Okay. Yeah, Spacer's what?
We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Not that I deserve to be. Can't even deliver a company slogan. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
What's this about marauders?
Flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics.
Unemployed.
Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Okay, so we...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You look like you know your way around a gun.
A little smooth.
Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Tried the best. It's funny.
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Gross. But no, finishing that point, yeah, it's just, I find...
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Okay, tactical time dilation. Due to the complications stemming from being revived after an extended hibernation, your brain processes time differently. Pressing the tactical time dilation button slows down the world, giving you time to think as well as act. You have a limited number of time in this mode. Standing still drains your TTD meter very slowly, while moving and attacks drain it faster. The TTD meter refreshes over time. It's R1. Okay. No, it's... I like the way this game handled its sort of intro. It's like I said, it delivered everything I needed to know. Yeah, it wasn't the most, what's the term? Okay, I'll finish the sentence before I read this. It wasn't the most subtle way of doing it. It was very straightforward, but it got the job done, and that's at the end of the day what I'm looking for. I'd rather you do it simply and upfront than try and be fancy about it and then leave me confused. I like the way they handled that. That's what I'm saying. You can have up to 4 weapons equipped at a time by navigating the weapons, blah, 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 blah. Flag them as junk, break them down for parts. Players with the engineering skill can repair. Okay, take care of your TNL weapons, and they'll take care of you. Okay. I mean, I'm playing this, I can already say. I mean, this is very Fallout. Might skin color change? Meh, whatever. It's fine. I play these games in first person anyways. Cool. Okay, so even though it's not one of my R2 attacks, L2 blocks. Oh, there's no, like, game for, oh, that's a little sad. I was hoping there was, like, a mini game for, lockpicking. Doesn't seem like it, though. Take all this food. Oh, great. Very Fallout. The combat is very Fallout 4 to me. This gun sucks. Oh crap. Alright, note to self, get a better gun. Space inhaler. Eventually I'm going to try stealth. I just wanted to see how that would work. Or how, like, the new, the VATS system would work.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed! Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
Yeah, he's dead.
You pulling my limb? I mean, yeah, of course. Marauders. Bunch of addle-brained derelicts. I could round them up all by myself. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son.
You know, I really like how the I'm gonna start the sentence over. I actually don't mind that my character doesn't have a voice. I know that's shocking. I usually always say, for the love of God, can my character get a voice? I hate the fact that my character has no voice. But you know what? This is one of the few times I'm going to tell you. I actually don't mind it. It's hard to explain. Like the Fallout games, I've never minded. There's something about the dialogue and the cutscenes, the way everything works. It works for me. It didn't work it hasn't worked in a lot of games recently. I think it will for this one.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. And it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Oh my god, it's gonna be laminated. Coming around on the side. Okay, I can't sprint and reload. I think they might have just killed them all for me.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Welcome aboard the Reliable. No, and I'm sorry. The Unreliable. I like that.
Intruders are not authorized to access the Unreliable's amenities, including the cargo hold's workbench. Marauder,
Sorry.
please be informed that the engine room contains nothing of value.
I said, sorry, I've got to explore and just watch the thing keep getting pissed off at me.
Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health.
Alright, I got some booze.
Marauder, please be informed the ship has no crew for you to murder.
Great. Alright, I think I explored everything I can for now.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a... Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
You gonna do self-destruct?
Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You realize we're on ground, right?
My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Yeah, well, he got smushed.
I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location.
I feel like I should lie, but yeah, I've got to go with it.
Understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Okay, so okay.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Frankly, that just makes me ask, well, then why'd I even input a character name if you were just going to name me Captain Hawthorne? At least this is a way that, like, the other characters can actually speak to me, giving a name instead of just saying, hey, you. Congratulations, you gain enough experience to get a level up. Blah, blah, blah. Leveling up increases. Alright, skill improvements. Every time you level up, you earn skill points to spend improving your skills. Spending a skill point on a core skill melee improves all of the specialized skills in that group to a maximum of 50 after 50. You can add points directly to specialized skills up to 100. Every skill improves as it grows, but special unlock bonuses occur every 20 points. Read each skill description, armor, consumables, and sound effects. Okay. So I get 10 points. Well, again, then I'm going for few and ranged. There we go. Get my guns up to 30. I want to boost defense. Keep boosting. You know what? Yeah, let's go. Let's put some points into dialogue. There we go. And the last into stealth. Yeah, ranged, dialogue, and stealth are pretty much going to be my focuses. Okay, the dilation location hints. You have unlocked location hit effects for tactical time dilation. Hitting enemies in different locations during TTD maims or cripples those body parts. Try different locations. Okay. Welcome to the perk selection. On this, perk points, you can gain new perks every 2 levels. Okay, very Fallout. Alright, Lone Wolf, when alone in a party. I'm probably not going to be alone in a party very often. Tactical time dilation meter max, that would probably be useful. 50% to base health. Lower vendor prices. You know, honestly, I always take Pack Mule early on. Just because I like I always like being able to carry more. Okay, so we have details on our character and everything, our reputation. Turn Space Station Groundbreaker is the only township in the system operating outside the board's control. The Groundbreaker's crew are led by engineer-turned-captain Junlei Tennyson, and they are fiercely protective of their independence. The Iconoclasts are a group of survivalists living in the ruins of the Amber Heights on Monarch, led by Graham Bryant. I hope that name's correct. Staunch philosophist. They hope to one day tear down the corporate establishment that they believe has brought the colony. Okay. Warlord Corporation, Monarch Stellar, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't think the board is going to like me too much. Okay. Sorry, you know me, I love looking through my menus. I'm trying to see what makes this gun better than one of the ones. I really can't find it. Okay. So I have this staff, but I don't really use it. Okay, light and heavy ammo. Armor management. Honestly, I think I'm just going to stick with, yeah, my hibernation suit. Okay, so this is another game I've got to keep an eye on my weapon condition. Keep forgetting about that. Mods. Tools used to pick locks. Okay. My captain's identification. So this is quest items. Just junk that I can sell. The journal is where I'm assuming, botched quests. Okay. And then our map is clearly a map. Alright. We're gonna walk out and have to say, hey, this is my ship. Is now.
Walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
I'm a Starship Safety Inspector. Yeah, just shoot him in the face. This is a lie.
I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I'd report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
That's right. That's how you do that. And if anyone was wondering, yes, I plan on lying a lot in this series. Because if you don't know me, I like to play kind of a roguish character. Yep, I'm seeing what looks like a... You know what? Before I start just attacking these random enemies, I should probably get better weapons. Because this pistol really blows. I'll say this, combat really reminds me of... Fallout 4. Just with the targeting reticle and everything, it's... Again, not surprising, seeing that who'd made this game. I feel like I'm going to keep saying, oh, that's just like in Fallout, how XYZ.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend. Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
Low prices. Nice to meet you. I'm Alex Hawthorne, captain of the Unreliable. Yeah, I don't really see a reason to lie to him about my name, but I'm leaning into this.
I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas, junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Yeah, I don't see a reason why I need to lie to him, but I'm gonna just kind of lie to people, and I'm Captain Hawthorne.
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
So you want me to collect what's owed to
More
you?
workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. Yeah? You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds. Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the one... all my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
Fresh air, I would argue, is kind of a... It's kind of a questionable thing, especially seeing that you're dealing with corpses.
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards. Well, if you're gonna go headhunting, talk to Constable Reyes back in town. She pays for marauders by the finger. Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
Alright, that's enough.
Huh? What?
So far, I really like what they're doing here. Again, like I said, I'm going to keep saying, oh, this is just like Fallout, because a lot of ways, yeah, it's kind of a lot like Fallout, but I really dig it. I like the humor. So far, the combat's not fantastic, but it gets the job done. Right.
Read the latest report?
I don't know you.
Yeah, again, I'm just gonna keep lying.
The Unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna keep lying and trying to get the experience buffs, or the the experience buffs.
Am I that easy to read? Yeah, we've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues, lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand, but you, I don't know you. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters. Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
Alright, so we can trade. I want to talk to Reed. Where can I find him? Just felt like chatting. See what we can do here. Okay, so your merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill and is used to negotiate prices while buying and selling from vendors. Okay. Okay, so I'm assuming bits is our is money. There we go. We don't need that stuff. Okay, so I got a bunch of... Okay, yeah, not really stuff I need.
I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated. You tried the best.
I'm contractually obligated.
Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? He's a busy man. You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down. It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that. Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Come on, I'm trying to hit on you. Ah, my persuade's not high enough.
Will there be anything else? Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum.
Well, I'm already well into that.
Most folk forget where they're standing after a few drinks. Seems to me you've got a head start. Anyhow, whatever happens outside the walls is not my business. My world is the...
Alright, alright.
Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has been real good to me. The town's been real good to me. I start gallivanting around outside the walls, poking around in places I shouldn't be, learning things I've got no right to know. People will talk. Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That Amelia's pondering desertion. I don't want that.
I think it's a mistake living out life on someone else's terms. Yeah, screw that.
You go with that thinking again. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's dangerous? I've said enough.
Yeah, a lot in college, actually.
Problems away. If they wanted to face their problems, they'd go see our vicar.
Like, I'm not even lying about that. Like, I had a lot of people in college who used to tell me shit like that. I really like the music. Okay, workbench. Workbench allows you to repair, upgrade, modify your weapons and armor, keeping combat ready, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And I have nothing to mod this gun with. Nothing to mod this blade with. Okay, so I don't have the tinker ability. Okay, so can I repair it? And all on. Okay, so I don't have any weapon parts, but our condition hasn't caused us to lose any damage yet, so we're good. Meh.
Hey, you hear about
Corporate guards. pretty fast elevator. Oh, okay, I was wondering, is there a way to holster my weapon?
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer...
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
That's because I don't work for you.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
Mostly abandoned.
I'm not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. I am not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Self-charged by the head.
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations. Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
How will I recognize her?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. I am asking you to help us survive. Edgewater needs more workers or we will collapse. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
Yeah, sure she will.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Yeah, I could always use the help.
I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Alright, let's go. Okay, so the D-pad is how I'm controlling my companion. Okay, you've gained a companion. They are characters that help you join the unit. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. You can unlock special companion combat arts with the inspiration skill. Learn more about your blah blah in the companion ledger. Kind of like.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
And we will do that in the next video, seeing that we're about to hit that hour mark. I do want to check one little thing. Boo, boo, boo. Oh, cool! So she gets her own section of the menu. Companion ledger shows you everything you need to know. Change your companion's gear for select. Okay. And she's got a light pistol and an impact hammer. Her armor. Okay, so I can even equip her own perks. Oh, cool! And I can even set the. Okay. Cool. And because I'm playing on normal, I believe we don't have permadeath on, which is how I want to play it for now. Or at least on this first playthrough. I don't like permadeath being on.
Mister, can we talk? Sorry.
And we will do that, but in the next video, mostly because I've also got to get Call of Duty started, and I also want to grab a bite to eat because I'm actually kind of hungry. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, Facebook, Twitter, the website, Minds.com. Links, all that stuff is down in the description below. Please remember to like, comment if not already. Please subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more next time. But until then, my name's AJ Gels. This is Something Gaming Channel. I'm out.